Right.
Kevin, right here to your left.
Yep.
Fight number 4 of the year. You're the first to hit that mark. Exactly what you want, I assume. But did you think you would get a turnaround this quickly after the last one?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Honestly, it took a little longer than I thought.
And this is kind of a makeup, right? We were supposed to have this fight a few years ago on probably one of the craziest fight weeks in UFC history.
Yeah, believe it or not, we were supposed to have it once before that as well. I actually blew my shoulder out that time, found out what that PRP or whatever the hell that shit is all about. Plasma sucked. And then the second time we were supposed to run it, got my ass whooped by Chimaev. He kind of got his ass whooped by Jingalang, but the scoreboard said a W, so now we get out here and we said it right.
Yeah, do you feel like you guys kind of owed this one to each other to finally do it?
100%. I'm a man of my word. You know, I told Wonderboy we'd stand up no matter what, and we stood up no matter what. And I told this guy no matter where we were in the rankings, we'd fight one day. I'm ahead and see if he can play catch up.
Yeah, so the record for fights in a single year is 5.
Yeah.
We're at 4 now, and we're basically a little over halfway through the year. Yeah. So what is possible?
It's 5 wins in a year, right?
I believe, yeah, someone did 5, I think 6 fights maybe one time. So.
Okay, so I got to do 7 just to go ahead and top the record. We're 4 down. I think we get Neil Magny after this one since he's one of those fellow guys that has 5 wins in a row in a year, right?
Yep.
So that'll be 5, you know what I mean? And then we'll go get the 5th win against somebody else, and then we'll just go ahead and, I don't know. I mean, I can fight a lot, to be honest with you. And 170 pounds I'm learning each time, it's just not that fucking hard to get to.
Yeah, I think the other person who did it was Roger Huerta, but I don't think you'll be able to fight him.
Who?
Roger Huerta. Do you remember him?
I never was that good with names, but I'm pretty sure he's a dog.
He was the guy who was on the cover of the Sports Illustrated thing like all those years ago. But before you got into MMA, I think that happened. So
that's probably before I was born.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, so what month would you want to do the Magny fight if possible?
So I'd like to fight the week after El Noche. Or 2 weeks after El Noche. I would like to fight on El Noche, but I can fight like a week after, 2 weeks after, or even 2 weeks before. I just want to fight around that time so I can make some money in the city of Texas just doing sponsorship stuff. And then after that, you could give me another one right before Thanksgiving, and then give me another one right before Christmas, and that'd be a good year.
And I mean, if you win all those fights and do all that, like, are we going into 2026 talking about you fighting for the title pretty soon?
No, I think I'm going to do all that and still be trying to fight Colby next year.
Is that, I know you called for him last time. Was there any movement, any talks of like UFC interested in this fight?
No, first he was like, when he thought he could fight Patty and go down a weight class, he was 100% healthy. As soon as they said my name, vaginal muscle tore. So you know how that goes. It takes about like 8 to 12 weeks to heal. So not an easy process.
What did you think of him calling out Patty? Did you think that was kind of in bad taste?
No, I thought it was, a great call out. Patty has a hell of a name, and it's like I used to fight at 85 and now I fight at 70. And Kobe's not that big of a welterweight, so maybe he's realizing he needs to get his ass down to 55.
You could always fight him at the White House.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I mean, I'd be down for that,
Do you think, are you into that sort of thing, like those special events like you mentioned about Noche? The White House is obviously starting to come with a thing of its own. Would you like to fight on those sort of stages? Do you find that sort of stuff fun?
Yeah, I mean, dude, I'm not a championship fighter by any means, so I'm damn sure a prize fighter. So anytime it's a prize there, I'd like to fight, yeah. Whether it means the sickest shirt they're making for the year or a brand new pair of shoes, anything that entice me a little bit, I'm an easygoing guy. And as long as my check's good, I'm good.
With your activity, I find it interesting how you stay so disciplined and consistent in the gym, right? You see a lot of guys, they fight, then they kind of fuck off for a few weeks. Why do you stay so consistent? What is it about you that you think differs from these other guys?
So back in the day, coming up where I come up from is just like kicking it on the block, right? So in the morning time, I might go get like a serious practice in because that's just where I got to be at for practice. And then in the afternoon, all your bros might be at the gym. Or it might be vice versa. You might go kick it with the bros in the morning, and then you have to go get a serious practice at night. So it's just a lifestyle. It's the same lifestyle I was living before I got into fighting dudes on the block. Now I'm just fighting dudes inside the octagon. It's the same exact thing. I get to train and have fun training because usually I'm hanging out with the bros. And all of my mitt holders I get along with, whether it's Coach Bobby, whether it's Coach Bob, whether it's my cousin Chico, whether it's Coach DP. I love my mitt holders, and I love hitting mitts. So that practice is an easy practice. And then the one practice that I usually don't look forward to is wrestling. And we all know I fucking hate wrestling, but it's part of the job, so we get it done.
And do you do anything special for recovery, or are you just kind of fortunate in that you get out of these fights mostly unhurt? I know you had the injury with the Wonderboy and stuff, but
so anytime I'm feeling banged up and bruised up, I will make a trip to Houston ASAP, and I'll go see Dr. Tran. If I'm in camp and I'm able to do camp smart, I got a doctor out there, Dr. Tran. Everybody that lives in Houston that does athletics, they know Dr. Tran is the man, and I'm willing to put my money on him against anybody at the PI. So When I need recovery, I go see Dr. Tran. Other than that, I just smoke weed and fuck bad bitches.
God bless.
Thank you. That's it?
What's up, Kevin? How you doing, bro?
Pretty good, yourself?
Doing great, man. Is this your first time in New Orleans? I'd imagine no, right?
Yeah, it actually
Oh,
is.
wow.
I live in Texas, but I never come down this far. Texas always calls it the boot, but if this is the fucking boot, this is one nice-ass boot. I'm talking about 100% alligator skin with a little oyster on it.
Yeah, no, I figured out of anybody that's been in here that you would probably like New Orleans the most.
I do. I absolutely love it. I love South. I love the South, period.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a down South type of guy, even though I'm from Cali. And I plan on absolutely coming back, shooting some gators or shooting whatever else they got out here to shoot. Hopefully we find some hogs.
And you know the crowd gonna love it when you come out to Young Boy, which I mean,
You already know. You
okay,
already know.
I was just
You
I was
already
hoping
know.
so, man.
You already know.
Aside from being a UFC fighter, which you're great at, you have a part-time job, which I've noticed it's like being Batman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You've saved somebody from a shooting, a carjacking, and you even saved somebody from a tractor trailer being flipped over. They were stuck in that.
Yeah.
How do you multitask all this stuff to where you're like, you know what, man, I'm just gonna go save somebody's life right now?
You know what? Young Boy got that song, They Scared to Go Outside. I'm just never scared to go outside. I'm just always out there, man. So it's like, I'm going down the road, I see something, most people just keep going, I stop. You know what I mean? It's like, I remember we were going to a hunt out in New Mexico. I had my uncle with me, and I had my boy with me. And it's funny, growing up, I always wanted to be Batman. And my uncle always said, if I'm Batman, he gonna be Robin. You know what I'm saying? And we're driving down the street, you know, blunt fired up, having a good old time. Kids don't smoke and drive. And I seen a car flip over. We pull over, get out the car. The 18-wheeler that kind of was in the way that made the car flip, they pulled over. Everybody got out the car. It was good people. You see one person pull over, another person pulls over. We got out. We crowbarred the door open, got the kids out, blood everywhere all over the car. This is over a year ago. I just don't tell you guys about it. So, yeah, Batman, Robin, and that day we had Green Arrow with us. So it was a good fucking day. But shit happens all the time.
Last question. How are the cows doing?
Cows are doing good. We got some babies out there. I actually need to get out there more often with all these fights you guys are giving me. It's kind of hard to get out there. But, hey, you guys are going to be watching this video. And if anybody lives in Tacoma, Texas, want to make an extra $200 a month, I don't pay a lot. I got a Jewish manager for a long time, so I am a little bit cheap. You can go ahead and get out there and check on my cows. I give you $200 a month. It's not a lot, but if you love the farm life, you'll love it.
Thank you, bro. You the man.
No problem.
Hey, Kev, in Embedded, Coach Perkins had said that this camp, he had seen you do some of the best work in any camp, but also he said that this is the best year he's seen you in terms of work. Do you feel the same, and what maybe has been some of those key factors that have maybe helped you hit a new stride?
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing this run at welterweight, trying to get the most fights I can in a year, most wins I can in a year at welterweight. It was crazy. When I did it at 85, you would think since I had no weight cut whatsoever that it would have been an easy year. But for some reason that year I had knee braces on my knee when I fought the dentist dude. And then, a couple of the other fights I was banged up. And I was supposed to fight D-Rod that year, and my shoulder ended up going out. It's like I had a lot of bangs and bruises in 2020, and then I'm doing the same thing out here in 2025, and we got to know I'm 5 years older. And I feel way better. So I guess black really don't crack. And I don't plan on wrinkling, so I'll be all right.
On your Instagram recently, I feel like you've been putting in a lot of effort in terms of like meet and greets. You want to travel, you want to do a lot of stuff like that. Obviously, the fans love watching you talk on your Instagram. Would you ever consider some sort of public podcast? I think the fans would really enjoy that out of you.
Yeah, I had a podcast going for a second. I had one going with my boy Dustin, and it was going fantastic. We were enjoying it. Realize, Recognize, and I'd like to get back to it. It's just the problem is he lives far, I live far, and I don't really think that it would be best for us to do it like that because it just missed so much time. But I think if I can I got a new gym being built, and so if I can put a little small podcast studio, off to the side in there, then I think that I'll be able to give the people what they want a little bit more, especially with all these UFC fights they always have going on, these slap matches, all these different things. Is like to be able to discuss some of these things that's going on with the people and just overall talk and maybe bring random fans on. That'd be fucking sick. So, yeah, you're spot on. I need to get back to it.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
No problem.
Kevin, Devin Johnson, I just wanted to ask, what led to your transition from maybe street fighting into focusing on becoming a professional fighter?
I got kicked out of high school, and then I went to this continuation school, and there was this dude named Mark Seafood Kennedy. And when I went in there, I said, all these guys are doing this fake fight. And I remember he hit me with a punch called a thrust punch. And I was like here at this part of the classroom, then I was over here on this part of the classroom. And I was like, whoa. So then I got up, and I ran back out the dude, and he just completely kicked my ass. And so that's when you guys were like, you weren't like amazed that Wonder Boy kicked your ass? No, old people always kick my ass. You know what I mean? He whooped me so bad that day that I was just addicted. And so after that, I just couldn't stop training martial arts. Kung Fu from then on out.
Kevin, let's say at the end of the year, Joshua Van in the December pay-per-view, say he wins a title, you win your 6th fight of the year. What does that sound like? Is that what you envision?
Yeah, honestly, that'd be the way for me to set the record. That'd be the way for me to break the record. I mean, if you know, you know. I train in Houston nonstop. I train at Main Street in the morning, and I train at 4 ounce at night. So it's for me to see, you know, Josh Van get that title shot at the end of the year. You know, it would be a really, really sick card if you put Derek Lewis versus Tom Aspinall on that card, and then Josh Van versus Pantoja on that card, and then me versus whoever the fuck sucks in the welterweight division on that card. That way I can guarantee a win. That'd be a fantastic night and a hell of a way to end the year. So, yeah, if you guys need a way to make December 3rd, Mick and Sean, I'll put a few fights out there. There it is.
Sounds like a plan.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. Appreciate you guys. Have a good one. Enjoy NOLA.